Okay. Okay. See how this is working. We're trying trying something kind of new today. Trying to see if I can stream to Twitch and to YouTube at the same time. So I'm interested to see if this is all gonna work. I also want to see if my audio is working properly. So I'm gonna play a little song real quick from the YouTube library. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. All right. I'm trying to see if it'll work. So I'm gonna play a little song real quick. See if this is from the YouTube library. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh man, this is perfect. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Wait, is everything working properly? What the heck? Wait a minute. Oh, look at that YouTube working. A pronounceable name, Martinez. Thank you for the confirmation. I really appreciate that. This is like the I've been wanting to do this for a minute, but I couldn't figure out how to get everything set up properly. And now it looks like everything's set up properly. And I think I can just keep this multi-chat open. I'm going to see how this works. I'm just kind of playing with everything as we do this. But with that said, no, okay, good. So on YouTube there shouldn't be any music. On Twitch I can do that. So I've got it running through like this another channel to where if I do play music, it's not going to be on the stream. So, awesome. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I've been, Dave, what's up? Dude, you're on your burner account, but check it out, man. I'm also streaming on YouTube as well right now. I'm trying out the multi-stream, the dual stream, and so far, I already got 2 confirmations coming in saying it's working. Yeah, for those of you who've missed me or been following for a long time, I've been streaming on Twitch. I've been gaming a lot, which has been awesome, but I'm also bringing the repairs back. So this is awesome, man. I can see both channels popping up on here. This is wonderful. Cool. Okay, great. Well, then I'm going to go over here, and I think I can play... I can actually... So, yeah, you're not going to hear any music on the YouTube channel, but if you want to hear music while I'm live... you can hear that on Twitch. On Twitch, though, we are twitch.tv/Crewmaru. So CREWMARU. I changed it up to Crewmaru so we could, have kind of a spot for everybody. Like there's a lot of collaborations that happen on there and whatnot. So it's just seemed like a better fit. And I didn't want to open up 2 channels because that would be crazy, right? Be crazy. I'm gonna pop over there later, suckers. Burner account out. Thanks for stopping by, Dave. Always appreciate you, man. So today we're testing out a couple of repair that I actually started last night. So hopefully it's gonna come out good. We did a what was this? This figure. This one's actually mine, but it's a multiverse. Zoom in for you there. I think this is a multiverse Alfred. Had several different heads and whatnot, and apparently just a bunch of them were super tight, so I had to go through and Dremel all of these out, and then I had to go through, basically not just Dremel them out, but make the sockets way deeper, and then also widen them out, and then had to go in with this amazing UV resin that cures with a UV light. Compliments of Casting Cave. Well, he didn't buy it for me, but he gave me he suggested this stuff. So big thanks to him. Really, really appreciate it because it saved me an insane amount of time. I've also been tightening joints with it. It's just been a lifesaver for me. It does take a little bit of trial and error, but that's how we do things here. For those of you who have been around for a while or just are familiar with how I work, we don't always get it right on the first time. And that's okay. But let's put these over here. Let me clean up. I should have cleaned up my mess beforehand, but I started late today and I didn't want to wait any longer. I was really excited to see if this stuff was going to work. I was also super nervous to see if it was going to work because, you know, a lot of times this stuff doesn't work properly, especially the first time out. And here we are. It looks like things are working really well. So yeah, let me. I think I should have a dustpan. Here we go. Hang on, let me clean up. Let me do a little tidying real quick. And how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I know it's Monday, so, you know. How is everybody doing for a Monday, I should say. While we give this a little sweeparoo here. A little sweet maroo, right? Let's get this under here. Let's get this. Let's get this. Good morning, Gurwal. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing all right. Hello, Kairos. How's it going? Look at that. I love this, man. I'm so happy I decided to try this out. So, yeah, for those of you, again, who don't know, I've been streaming on Twitch for a couple months now. And I recently kind of started bringing back the Toychanic repairs since I started taking more repairs on. For a while there, I was actually not taking on any repairs. I've been through a lot. Lost my job in October. We're just going to get this out of the way and have not found one since. And it hasn't been without looking. We've definitely tried, but we are doing our best to hang in there. My wife also lost her job. It was really cool at the same place. They were really nice for them to do that right before Christmas last year. Super cool of them. Been there for almost 18 years. Not bitter about that at all. But it's actually been crazy, man. It's like the mental that we are at right now is way better. She found another job that's way better than the old one. They treat her with respect. They pay her well. And so we're just kind of hanging on. We're creeping by, you know what I mean? We're pinching every penny. But since I'm here at the house currently, I've been getting a lot of stuff done. There's a lot of stuff we're trying to focus on to hopefully bring more stuff to the streams and whatnot. And if the cosmos allow it, then hopefully we're going to make a living out of this at some point. I know I can't make a living off repairs, but maybe I can make a living off teaching with the repairs. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's all thanks to support from people like you and everybody watching, everybody tuning in today. So now we're on 2 channels. Now we're on Twitch and we're on YouTube. So that's really cool. And I love it. Gurwal, today we're gonna. So right now I'm about to take Alfred out of the vice. Let's big happy thoughts. Big happy thoughts. Big good thoughts that this worked. So I'm gonna go ahead and uncrank the vice. Okay, let's see what we got here. So this is the leg we put back together here. Okay. What we want is for the knee to bend, and we want the thigh to also swivel. Sorry. It's been rough, man. I'm sorry, Kairos. I feel like we're all going through something. You know, we all have our stories. We all have something that we're going through, and that's kind of mine right now, so. Alfred and the Vice was my prog rock band in high school. I mean, you know, that's just how it goes. Oh, look, dude. It's swiveling. Oh, my God. Thanks for getting your daily loot. Let's go. Okay, it bends all the way. So, for those of you who missed the stream last night on Twitch, I actually had to rebuild part of the knee piece here. I actually ended up using like a wrist peg from an old hand of a figure, and I cut this piece down, filled it in right here, and now we got everything all popped in and good. This figure is set, dude, and there's no super glue residue at all. I just knew there was going to be cleanup today, and there's not. Nothing. The seam looks really good too. I feel like the glue kind of filled this in. So this is amazing. This is a great start for today. The stream's working on both channels. This is awesome. For the viewers on YouTube, is the sound good? I know you're not getting the music that Twitch is getting, um, but does it sound good to you? Does it look good to you? Let me know, please. I know, dude. The tech's working. I'm trying not to, Girlwall. All right, let's see here. Oh man, why is this head feeling? Yeah, there it is. See, the head's feeling a little tight. There we go. We got it. There was a crazy announcement today, Bill. Hot Toys Alien Queen. I won't get it, but wow. I like that. I won't get it, but wow. Hey, dude, that's me with everything these days. You know, whenever you if you're smart about it financially, when you lose, your finances, your income like that, you really take a step back. I'm going to be having a ginormous sale. I'm going to sell a lot of my stuff off. I've got too much stuff that could be going to people who would actually appreciate it. And also, it'd be nice to have money in the bank just for, what happens if I get sick. You know what I mean? I lost my health insurance, all that stuff. Like, no, my 401ks, like, now it's just sitting there. So, trying to be smarter about everything. You know what I mean? Did a lot of depression purchasing, I think, over the years. I know. But here's a fun fact, just to throw you guys one real quick, and we'll stop talking about my personal life because who the hell cares? But about 2 or 3 months after I was fired, for no reason, by the way, I got off my antidepressants. Keep in mind that was in October. Got off of them around Christmas, and here we are. So how about that? It's all about your environment. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, just so you know, if anybody's out there and on that stuff and you're in a different environment at some point, just know that there's a possibility, there's a hope to, and nothing wrong with you if you're on it, because helped me out through good times. But, I wanted to see what the cause was, and, well, maybe we figured that out. I'm testing all these heads right now real quick. Let me see. Y'all see SH is releasing all those badass Kamen Riders. I'm not okay, I can't say I'm not a Kamen Rider fan, but I don't know anything about Kamen Rider besides I've watched like maybe 1 or 2 of the movies my buddy Corey showed me, and I liked them a lot. They're really fun. They're just not really for me. The whole, was it the live action kind of fighting stuff? I enjoy watching it, but it's just like, not something I go out of my way to watch. But I do love me some Kamen Rider designs, man. There's a few. I would like to have one. I used to have one. Darius had, what's it? D Amazing. Wow. D Amazing had convinced me to get one, and I really liked it, and I got rid of it later on. I actually gave it to somebody who would really appreciate it more than me. And now I'm like, man, I kind of wish I would have kept that one. But now I've seen a couple that I like, that I feel like represent me a little more. There's some orange ones which are just super cool, but one of these days I might get one just to have on the shelf, to have like a cool yeah, girl, well, I'm the same way. Like it's neat, but it's like, yeah, it's another thing to look into, right? But okay, dude, this one's done. All right, yay all right, let me pack him up real quick, and then we're gonna get on to our next one. This is actually gonna be a part, kind of a part 3. This is gonna be kind of a part 3 of a repair that I started on Dave Wonder's channel. If you guys, he's up there in the chat at Dave Wonder. If you're not following him on his, if you're not subscribed to him on YouTube, please go check out Dave Wonder. He's a phenomenal human being. He's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. He's done so much for me. He's done so much for everybody. He raises money for kids with cancer all the time. I can't give you the numbers, but they're big, what he's raised, and it's so cool, man. Hey, 112 Miguel says the power is yours. Oh, I'd love a Captain Planet shirt. Dude, didn't they come out with like some kind of cool art, man? Dave Wonder sucks. Art, man. Dude, check it out. Nico, I'm on the YouTubes. I'm multi-streaming like a no cap. No cap, right? Like the us young guys say. Me and Artman Customs, we're actually the same age. We early 20s, us kids out here doing this stuff. It's pretty funny that people think that I'm old. You know? Thanks for showing up, man. Seriously, this is I love this. I'm so glad that I threw this up on the old blue, knocked the dust off the old Toychanic channel. I'm sorry I deserted it, you guys. But it was for mental health reasons, you know what I mean? These days we have to look after that stuff, right? Look at this chat blowing up. God, you guys are making me feel like a damn celebrity over here. Yeah, Unc figured it out. Well, dude, I tried what was it? Atom, and it like kind of messed up my whole setup, man. And nothing, I'm sure it works for some people, but I was like, dude, what is going on here? And anyways, it was a mess, and today this morning around 10 in the morning, I was like, you know what? Yesterday I checked out some tutorials, and I saw that they're mentioning, I'd looked up Restream, but with Restream you can't choose your audio channels, because like right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/crewmaru, there's music playing right now, which won't be on the VOD later on. But then I found that with Stream Elements, which is what I'm using on, bless you Stream Elements, I'm not, you know, what is it, sponsored by them, but good Lord, it was so easy. I put everything together this morning in like 30 minutes, maybe. Boom. Done. Let's see here. Oh man, hang on. I'm gonna catch up on this guy. This is crazy. I was using my drill to fix my reading glasses this week. They work now. Hey, hey, dude, you know, hey, Kairos, I got one for you. This isn't this on same level because glasses. Wow, that's a big one. But for those of you who don't know, which nobody knows, nobody knew about this until last night. This large Sharpie has been giving me hell for a long time, and I wouldn't get rid of it. It still works, right? It's a Sharpie. I just told you I'm unemployed. I can't be throwing out Sharpies that still work. All right, so whenever I took off the top of this thing, right, there's a translucent like little piece of plastic in here that allows the I guess it just, I don't know what the hell it's for, because I don't know if these have it, if the regular ones have it, but it allows, I guess, the thing to fit properly, right? Well, every time I open this thing up, that piece of plastic came out with it. I tried super gluing it back, it never worked, and in order to get the damn thing off, I would have to use pliers or anything just to try to grip that thing, pull it off of the marker itself, and then push it back in. And every time, well, guess what? Now, hang on, there we go. It's hard to get off. I don't know if it's just like a factory error. You'll notice inside of there, you see it? There it is. You see how messy it is? It got all that's, I guess it's so it doesn't get this stuff everywhere, but you get it all over your fingers and whatnot. Last night, guess who used the UV resin on it? I put some UV resin on it, and since the piece is translucent, I was able to hit it with that UV light. It cured, and now, dude, Nico, this is it. If you're being serious, man, this is gonna change your life. You should have saw me. Here, I'll have to do it. This is the face I made. I went over to Christine because she knows about this thing, right? And I was like, see, remember? I was like, watch. I go. That was me last night. And she started laughing her ass off. She's like, you did it, you fixed it. I was like, I fixed it. I was like, it's the UV stuff. It was such an annoying thing. This UV stuff, I swear, man, I'm gonna be like the Billy Blanks, but I'll be like the Billy Mahoney, or I guess you could call me the Bill Maru of fixing things with UV. Bill Maru V resin. All thanks to my man Corey at Casting Cave, told me about this stuff, and I have not stopped using it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Hang on, let me get to some of these others right here. Green Weeaboo. Trick question, aside from Marvel Legends, do you repair Transformers and statues? Yeah, Transformers. Ugh. Transformers I don't like to touch. Oh, here we go. Dude. Thank you, Art. Oh, from the Queen themselves. Um, Transformers I try to stay away from. Transformers make me nervous because there's too many moving parts, especially if I've fixed a few. But generally, for me, it's one of those things where I'm like, it's best that I stay away from it because the amount that I would have to charge for it, I don't feel comfortable doing. Like, I could throw a quote out to somebody, I guess, and it's like, hey, and I'll tell them right off the bat, I'm like, I don't like this. But also, it's like right now I'm unemployed, so it's one of those things where I'm like, well, should I be turning away any kind of, work like that? I don't know. Even if it's going to take me, 8 hours or 3 days to fix something and I get paid $50 for it. I mean, would you want to work 3 days for $50? Guess that's the question sometimes I gotta ask. I guess I'd rather work 3 days for 50 than 3 days for no money, right? So I figure, you know what, Nico? I knew it was you. Never mind. Forget about not. See this? Not. No. Now it's cat. It's all art, man. Thank you for the recommendation, Nico. I appreciate you, man. It's really cool of you. Statues, though, yes, I do. I do repair statues. The risk you run, though, is you got to ship the stuff to me. You know what I mean? So who knows what's going to happen right now? In fact, right now, I need everybody that's watching this right now to send the most positive, successful, miracle vibes. I just spent like a couple weeks fixing a Storm Collectibles Scorpion for an amazing creator. Um, Shadow Moses. This is actually my favorite of his stickers that he sent me. Um, I spent a lot of time, a lot of time working on something for him, and it was the inner chest piece. You guys have probably seen the first Storm Collectibles ninjas. They just shatter, they break apart, and I happen to have a fodder sector as well. So it's not the same, but it was enough to where I was like, oh, I can utilize this, and so I modded the hell out of this thing. And then I noticed his wrists were cracked, so I gave him all new wrist sockets and everything, and got it done. He's happy, I'm happy. I printed out the label. So he paid me on a Sunday. I printed out the label on a Sunday, but I wasn't going to be able to go to the post office until it was Wednesday because my wife works from home on Wednesdays. That's the only day that I have access to a car, right? So, because we only have one vehicle. So I was like, all right, whenever I went into Pirate Ship, I set it up like I will be shipping it on Wednesday. Okay. On Wednesday, that morning, I walked in, handed it to the clerk there, and they're like, oh, just dropping off. I was like, yep. And I walked out. I didn't get a receipt, which I never do, and I just don't have issues a whole lot. Well, here we are. It's Monday right now, and I hope I'm just going to get a message from him, but it still says on the tracking that label has been printed. USPS is waiting for the package. It is not updated. And I am a nervous wreck because that figure is not cheap. In fact, the cheapest one I found is $190 plus shipping on eBay. So if he doesn't get it, then I'm going to have to try to find a way to, like, I don't know, replace it for him. I feel terrible, and $200 is something I don't have. So let's just hope that it just didn't get scanned or something, and it's going to be there today or tomorrow, and we got it. No problem, right? No problem. No problem. What's going on, Panda T? So that's what's going on right now. You going to SDCC this month? In my dreams, Panda. I'm unemployed. I can't afford to go to Dollar General. No, I won't be going to SDCC. No. Just crazy. There's Artemis. What are you doing? With no pants. Oh, with no pants. Okay. Artie, how you doing today? It's cool. You get to hang out now. You can stop by and chat for a little bit. Cause I'm not playing Alan Wake anymore. Dude, that kind of turned into a slog for me. I won't lie. There's a couple of fights on there where I was like, holy hell. But that it was awesome. The game's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love Alan Wake, but I was like, damn, this. There were some parts near the end where I'm like, hooly dooly. This is getting a little. Their boss fights, they ramp it up. They ramp it up. Ah, you quit. Well, yeah, you probably quit because they lost my package. Noli, they lost it. I hope they didn't lose it. Actually, that's not what happened, and it's gonna be fine. Gerwal, you asked earlier, like, what are we working on here? I've got a couple that I've got to revisit here, or not really revisit, but just finish. I've got this. I don't really want to show it because it's kind of awkward, but there's like it's a little sister from 3.0 that I started on Dave's stream, and I don't have the soft goods on right now, and I don't know like the rules or stuff like that. It's not like anatomically correct, thank God, because it's like a child. But you know, I'm not gonna risk any of that weird stuff. So what we're doing with this figure is it initially had a broken elbow, and whenever I was on Dave's stream, I quickly found out that it was because the elbows and the joints, which I'm about to show. Oh no, I can't actually show you because I fixed them. So these were square. These were square pegs. And you can see that one's still got a little bit of squareness to it. Some angles to it. But I've gone and I've actually rounded these out. So they were square, right? They were square. So if you were to try to swivel the arm, it would break. It would crack. So we're going to do a mod now. And then everything started breaking on it. He was like, oh yeah, the joints are really like fragile and stuff. He's like, so, you know, just that's how it is. And so I was trying to get the elbow off of this one, and I noticed that the arm just was like, yeah, I'll just come on out. So the arm came out, so I had to fix this because this broke. The elbow or the shoulder broke, so I had to repair this. And as I was doing that, the other shoulder broke, and I was like, it's great. It's good. It's good. Love it. So you've seen like where I am currently. These actually just need to be cut off and shaved. The only issue I was running in on this other, what was this? This is the left arm. Is all of this stuff right here, like the elbows. You can see the elbows are attached. They attach via a real tiny screw. Right here. I need to move this back. Hang on. Let me move my camera back. I do this a lot. Let's see if we can. Let me move this back. Hang on. Don't get sick on me. Here we go. All right. I think that's going to be better. Zoom out a little bit. All right, man. I always get the receipt now because I've had scares like this. I'll wait 20 minutes in line to make sure it's in the system if it means I don't have stress about it not being scammed for 5 days. Bro, yeah, this one's bothering me a lot just because he's a returning customer. Shadow Moses is so dope, man. He's so freaking cool. He's so kind. He just to show off some of his badass work. Where's the box at that he sent that stuff in? It's so cool, man. He's got his badass logo and everything. He's got all these cool little logos. But he sent me this. Like, he sent me this stuff without, you know, free of charge. Check this out. This is really cool. So he does like he's been doing like props for a long time, 3D props and whatnot. And so there's like a cool traffic cone, which I love this. I know it seems very simple, but these are amazing. But check this out. This is where, like, that's like the simple stuff he does, right? That's simple stuff. So here we go. Here's another great example of something really cool that I will take a lot of you people who are my age back, I imagine. Got that change kiosk, and everybody knows you find those in places that are harder to find now. Check this out. Check this out. Dude. So this is like This is actually one of my favorite arcade games. I like this so much that when I was younger, I actually bought Point Blank on the PlayStation and had like the light gun and everything. Dude, check this out. So this actually, you put this on, and you can let's see, where's it at? Where's the cord at? So you can take this and you plug this in, and it's got LED strips in there, right? And so they light up, and it'll light up the background here. And the reason I was able to just kind of plop this on like so, the he always does this. He also gave me a Turtles in Time one, but he prints out these little pieces so you can put them in and out. And then, as if it wasn't enough, of course he had to send the check this out, the light guns. So you can take these. I got a little hole right there. These are wires, and you can just kind of pop them in right there. So now you've got your guns and whatnot. Isn't that cool? It's so clever. It's so simple and clever. I love it. I love modular things too. They're always exciting just because you can do so much with them. But, you know, I didn't ask for this. He just sent this along. It's so cool. It's in scale with your figures as well. The guns also slide into these little slots right here. Such a cool, really, really cool piece. So I absolutely love that. And of course, he sends me all that, and his package is lost in the mail. It's super cool. Here's like one more example, and we'll get back to the repairs. Just to show you one of the best arcades of all time. And look, he's got like these little pins on here that work as the little knobs. And this one's yellow, which is even better for Michelangelo, because if you've ever played that arcade, you know it's questionably like, why is it yellow? So yeah, Turtles in Time 4-player arcade machine. What? Crazy, crazy cool. All right, so get a drink of this Celsius and we'll get started here. Okay, so we're gonna make sure I don't have any of that on my hands. I don't think I do. So yeah, some really cool stuff here. Do you work with vintage toy stores and to advertise your toy repairs? She Horrible asked. I have been, yeah, I've actually been to a few. I used to get a lot from, there was a company called Lost Toys. They're no longer around, but they always hooked me up with a lot of clients. And then Dallas Vintage Toys, actually, I've done some work for them. I actually talked to their owner not too long ago, and I told him I could probably get it in order, but the problem is I'm never in Dallas, so unless he wants to ship it to me. You know, I used to go there all the time, but it's like, whenever you don't have when you're not spending money anymore, can't do it. Yeah, dude, cherry cola is good. That's a good one. It is a good one, Noli. It's good. Okay, so I want to get back to, let's see what we got here. I separated everything out the way I want it. Let's see if I can't move this over. I'm going to get back to that too. I really need to finish that one for my dude. He's been waiting patiently on that one. I had to fix a Daredevil Mafex figure here. This whole piece, where was it? What was broken? Oh, the whole elbow broke off. And so I had to build a new piece of the elbow. You can see this piece right here that's just kind of flaking off. I'm really glad that didn't fall off. This is actually the factory piece, this little piece right here. So I actually had to take this entire thing here, and we shaved it down and we put a new housing into it. Basically, I made a new circle piece and shaved this whole thing out, and so we could put this back in. And then surprisingly, I was able to use the factory rivet. Usually it's hard to reuse the rivets, especially on a piece this tiny. But yeah. Oh, also, She Horrible. I've left. I think I left my a couple cards at a place called Retro Madness, which is really cool. I don't know how many people like kind of trust it though. You know, I mean, I've got more references than I could count for this stuff, but even I understand. But it was always fun to like go into the stores and like, hey, the customer dropped off this for you or whatever, and I'd fix it or whatever. Um, at Lost Toys, I even did a couple times where I repaired figures live there at the store for people as they were doing these really cool monthly toy slots. So it was really cool. Well, Artemis, you're a different breed. We know that. It's like I'm not old, and I remember those. I'm wondering. I wish I could. I wish there was a. Let's see what this. What am I trying to say here? This Daredevil figure. It's pretty much like it's done. Everything, everything works on it. We fixed what initially was broken, but what I wanted to try and do was gosh, I cannot get a grip on this guy right here. Was reattach this little piece of the elbow. Just this little bitty piece right here. I wanted to see if I could if I could put it, attach it here, and I've gone through and I sanded the heck out of that thing, but I don't know if I want to try that on stream or not because I'm gonna have to get like right here. I'm gonna have to get so close to fixing that. Which reminds me, where are my Googles at? There we go. Here we go. I actually made a new tool yesterday too. It's not really a tool, but it is a tool. I took this old like Iron Fist like kind of hip crotch piece right here, sanded all this stuff down so it made the spot here thinner. And what I was using is I was putting UV resin on this, and I was going up inside of those Alfred heads, and had the UV resin here so I could have an even. I don't have a dotting tool that large, so it was nice to kind of be able to go in there and utilize this. So I just put my eye hook screw in there, drilled a hole about right to here, put this in, and so I was able to use it as it's like a little tool, just a little UV resin applicator inside of a head if the head's too loose or whatnot. So that was kind of a fun one to do. That's cool. I was just thinking of ways to expand your business, but you are already 10 steps ahead of me. Hey, you know what? I'm always, it doesn't matter. Even if the idea has been done before, sometimes you can redo it. It's a good idea. You never know, I've been at this, I've been at this almost 18 years now. So, well, thanks, Artie. Appreciate you. Hey, Bill, have you ever used plastic weld on a joint? I have, yes, and I have not had success. Unfortunately, it just never worked for me. Especially if it's going to be a joint that's moving, articulate. For me, it's always I have to either rebuild part of that joint or replace it somehow. And a lot of people don't like that answer. And there's 3D printing has come so far that maybe we're at that. Yeah, Artie, I am. I'm actually multi-streaming right now. I'm on YouTube and Twitch today. This is my first day to try it, and it seems to be working out great. It's pretty great. It's actually awesome. I got a lot of people popping up on YouTube. It's phenomenal. It was easy. Artie, it was easy as hell. I used Stream Elements and I set it up today. Yeah, Luden, I think it is. It's like the types of plastic, and for me though, it's adhesive is never the answer like by itself. Like anytime you've ever seen me fix something, you'll notice like these right here, right? If you tried to glue these on, it wouldn't stay. I mean, maybe it would stay if you glued it and never touched it again. But the minute you move it and try to, move, it's gonna snap. So now you'll see that I use these awesome lure, like basically bait and lure tackle eye hooks. So I drill a hole right on this. This actually you can't do a center hole on this one, but either way. So I drill a hole and lace this with Loctite liquid, and then put it in, and now we've got this here, where before this is completely snapped off. But now we've got this. You do have to be careful though, because I mean it can still twist off if the hold isn't good or if the joint is still too tight. And that's something that you also run into is whenever you drill into something, the hole is going to be a little bit smaller than the threading, so you have grip. So whenever you do put this in there, there's a potential for it to expand a little bit, you know. So you also have to take that into account. So test, 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 test everything. Physical plus adhesive always works better. You're right. That's it. I find that 3D printing a joint is not that great. You're right, but I feel like a lot of things have advanced. I know there's some people out there that are that have some pretty sturdy stuff. Last night though was crazy. Actually, last night, whenever I tried to drill into a 3D printed resin, it was basically a neck peg like this, right? It was almost exactly like this. And I was sitting there, I was like drilled through. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work because it's resin. It might crack, it might break. And I got about halfway through, and it goes. Poof! I mean, it like resin dust and stuff. It exploded on the inside and came out. I was like, okay, so we're not doing that. Not good, you know. Thanks for your honest answer when I reached out on a fix for my son's Mezco Golden Age Robin. Oh, I feel like I remember this. I feel like, did we have an issue with, was it flesh tone matching? God, I feel like I remember that. I'm sorry. It's not a brag. It's just me not having super memory. I get a lot of questions and they kind of just go in and go out. Sorry. Maybe using the wrong type of filament. I don't know. I'm not a 3D printer. I have a 3D printer. I have a resin 3D printer. I have no idea how to use it. My buddy actually gave it to me, and we hope it might not even work. Who knows? Oh yeah, the knee joint. I do remember that. I know it's possible to fix that thing. Oh yeah, it's the double knee, and it's a flesh tone knee. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely. For me to repair it, it was definitely cheaper just to get another buck because I'm like, it depends on, if that thing would have been covered up, oh, no problem. If they like had soft goods covering that knee, we could have fixed it. No big deal. Well, it still would be a process, but you know what I mean. But when it's visible like that, I don't want to send you something back and you're like, dude, the color's off or either way. Not that you'd be like that, but you know what I mean. That's my thought process. Okay, so we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna start with this arm here. This since this one's doing well, I'm gonna have to figure out something on this other one because whenever I drilled in, I feel like it might have pushed out a little bit here, and for some reason, the elbows are held together by tiny little screws. You see that in there? It's a little shiny boy. And the shoulders are held together by a plastic pin. Also on this one, you want to talk about, this was crazy because the client was watching me while I did this and I was like, oh my God, it's just getting worse. This is a nightmare. In order to get this figure apart, she has these caps that 3-0 likes to put over their screws, which gotta love them. And I to this day I don't know a great way to get those things out. They're usually slanted a little bit, and they've got a little hook right here. And the only way, unless you're lucky and it just seems to pop out, or if they're rubbery, which these were not, they're hard plastic, and these were freaking adhesive, like they were glued in. The top one and the bottom were easy. They were very thin caps, but these were deeper caps, so I had to Dremel the whole thing out to get access to the screws. Luckily, this whole body is covered in soft goods, like a soft good dress, because it is a little sister from BioShock. But what I told him I'd do was I'll clean this up a little bit, and I will fill these with a sculpt. So, nothing can get... So even if you're handling it, you're not feeling like the holes or something like that in there. I don't know. Artman really knows his he knows how to 3D print and sculpt. I taught him everything he knows. Don't quote me on that, please. All right, so today we're gonna go ahead and get to work on this. And anyway, so what I did while the client's watching me work with this, I had to ask him. I was like, "Hey, do you want me to try this, because I dropped a joint that I was working on, and I never found it. I couldn't find the piece. But now what we've got here is we'll have movement. We're going to have a joint that can actually swivel for him. So now we won't have to worry about it breaking, and we get way more articulation out of it, which is great. So I'm going to start with, I don't know if it matters which side goes into which. Yeah, so this piece right here is not the factory piece. That's something I was struggling with. I was like, I really want it to match this color, because the color is it's like a very dead, just a lifeless kind of color. You know, when you compare it to, well, I don't really have anything on hand, I guess. Well, here's that Mafex Daredevil. If you look at his face compared to this, it's just very, I don't know, my color, well, my light's a little bright right now, but there's just like a, I don't know, a gray. There's just a grayness to that. It's Bioshock, so it's sad. Have you ever taken apart seamless joints? Seamless joints. What? Give me an example. Like, I understand a concept, but I give me an example of that. I've been fighting for my life with this client's prototype, and trying to thread eye hooks into the fragile ass joint is a no-go. Dude, Nico, you should see it. I don't know if I have photos of it somewhere. I'd love to find it, but there was what was it? Shocker Toys. Not a good taste in the mouth there, but Shocker Toys had a prototype. I think it was Jack Flag or Jack Staff. One of those. I can't remember his name. But a guy sent me a prototype and was like all over me about it too. Kept on. It was in shambles. This whole thing was like brittle, broken, missing pieces, and I rebuilt the entire thing. And when he got it, he's like, it's a little loose. I was like, dude, I rebuilt like 50% of the figure, like resculpted and made joints and everything. Ugh, never again. Sometimes you gotta follow your gut with some people. There's nothing worse than whenever, like, you're like, oh, hey, figure arrived, got it, and they're like, oh, how's it look? I'm like, it just arrived. I haven't opened it. Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't tell people that it's arrived until I actually get a chance to looking at it. But I don't know. It's always fun. We have fun here. All right, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I think what I'm going to do is fit. We need to drill out the arms here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make those circular so that these will rotate properly, since right now they're square. And I was going to see if I had I was thinking about using just a regular, like, drill bit, something like this. But I'm wondering if I would get a better hold, a better secure fit, if I was to use a rounded, like, burr bit, like so. This guy right here. Nope, that's not a rounded one. What? Hang on. The struggle is real for searching for burr bits, trust me. This is half of the time is me looking for bits. I should probably organize these a little better, you think? There we go. All right, so we've got this piece here. It just seems a little big, and I don't want to go too large, but I think we're gonna need to. I'm not sure. I'd rather find a, like I said, a proper drill bit that just has a better size. And what we can do is we can drill the hole with the drill bit, and then we can go back in with the burr bit. Here we go. Here's some different sizes. I can use my handy dandy tools here to Get these things out for me. I got no grip with these gloves on. All right, let's see what we got here. A little too small. Okay, that was too small. We gotta find our where's our Goldilocks drill bit here. Which one's just right? I feel like these are the same damn size. Let's see. I've got more that I can look through. I don't use a lot of larger drill bits, honestly, when it comes down to it. And all these seem like they're just huge. So what we got to do is test it, see if it's catching too much. Like if that thing's getting stuck, then there we go. That's not too bad. Yeah, cool. And how's this one working here? Too big. All right. I think this one might have been the one I said. Oh no, this is the too small one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this in. Go over here. Put in our drill. Tighten her up. Got a little keyless chuck here, so don't have to worry about changing out the little holders in there. You always want to kind of give it a little twist like so to make sure it's in there correctly. You can always tell whenever you're moving it if it looks like it's kind of angled out at the end. You don't want that. Rectangular. Look at that. How are you doing? Hey, dude, I've been streaming on Twitch for a minute now. Today's the first day I tried it out on the YouTubes, and a lot of people showed up. This is freaking crazy. Look at that. Turtle Comic Studios. Does that mean, dude, that means all you guys are like somehow are getting notified, and I'm just thrilled to bits for that. You guys are crazy. Speaking of bits, we just changed out our drill bit. We're working on a 3-0 little sister, and it is a mess. We are about to turn on the Dremel though, so if you are triggered by, you know, the dentist and whatnot, you might want to mute it. So that's your warning. Here we go. So I'm keeping this on a lower speed right now, real low, because we don't want to go crazy. We don't want to just drill the whole thing out here. And what I'm doing is going to try to get rid of some of this square shape a little bit, since I noticed that we weren't getting like the turn that I wanted. And the beauty about this is we can Dremel out a lot of this, and if it's too loose, we're going to use our new best friend, and that is the UV resin. The UV resin. Warning, Dremel noises. What's up, Spike? All right, see, now we've got a nice turn in here. Now, look at that. The arm can turn. For those of you just tuning in, I'll show you. You'll see in there, it's a, if you can, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. There we go. You see that's square. It's a square peg. So what we're doing is we're actually, I had to fix this because this piece actually broke on the client. This is what started it all. This little piece right here. This actually isn't even the factory piece because I freaking dropped it, and it's in probably Bangladesh or something right now. It, you know, you drop something on the floor, gone. So I had to make this piece right here, so we can make that smaller if we need to. But the beauty is right now we are basically forming and making this to where it swivels. We're modding this as we're repairing it as well. I'm going to do the same thing to the knees as well, so we can give it this swap, because before this was also square, and so it went in, and that's it. You're going to get forward and backwards motion. You got a little sister hanging on a big daddy, and she just can't, like, you know, can't hug him. What's the point? You have to use ear protection for your drill. Is it a Dremel or is it a drill? That was also the lowest speed, by the way, but it can get really loud. I mean, that thing, I don't even know what. I don't think I've ever had to go up to the highest bit, but I'm really happy with the way this is. But you'll notice here also, this is very like loose, right? It's loose. This is not going to hang it. This isn't going to stay in there, okay? So, let me show you guys just the most amazing technique. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. If this is new to you, prepare to have your socks blown out of your shoes. This stuff is incredible. No, I'm not sponsored. If they'd like to, that'd be great. But I don't even know if this is a company name. It just says Kisrael. This stuff is cheap, and so is the light. So cheap that somebody who's unemployed was able to make this work, this purchase work, okay? I think 3 bottles of this and this light cost $30 or less. All right? So, and they come with different applicator tops. You can have there's like this regular one, and then they have like this applicator bottle, right? It's so good. All right, so this is what I've been doing. You can do this with loose joints. You can do this with whatever. All right, here we go. So, I'm going to take a little bit of this UV resin here. All right. And I'm just going to kind of put a little dab on there. It comes out really fast, so you do have to be careful. I grabbed this from my wife's nail art stuff. It's like a dotting tool. I'd love a bigger one, but like I said, I actually made my own large dotting tool from an old Iron Fist hip crotch piece. So this works for me for right now. Okay, so now we're going to take the dotting tool, right? And we're going to just coat all the way around it. This also is going to, so this, remember this piece was originally square. I did round it out with the Dremel. Just a little bit, not too much. But this is actually going to cause it to be a little more smooth. You can see even there's indentions on here. I don't know. It's probably not picking up on camera, but. Okay. So now I'm going to set this aside. Careful where you set it, because that still is wet, uncured resin. As I drop it on the freaking table. It's still on there. Good. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and watch this. We're going to go in the arm. And we're going to give just a little twist around like so. This might take more than one go, but just because we made the peg smaller and round, and then we have to kind of make a circular shape inside of this larger square, right? Here we go. We're going to hit it with this light. This is going to cure that UV resin in there. Just kind of give it every angle there. Okay, great. I'm going to take this. Hit it from every angle, every side. You can actually see the resin light up. See if you can see that. It's just brighter on the end there. Just that whole peg is a little bit brighter. In person, it's much brighter. It's got the UV color to it. Okay, and so now, oh my gosh. I freaking grab the cord that's on this thing all the time. So now, all that is cured. And now you'll notice, look at that. Won't fall out like it would. We still got easy motion. But, if we give it some pressure, when we pull on it, it's still going to pop out. But, it is already night and day difference. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, dude, Kyrus, me too. I can't get through a stream. I cannot get through a stream without dropping something, potentially losing something. Oh yeah, I can drop the affiliate link, can I? I will do that. I actually added it to my, I got a little, let's see here on my Amazon. I don't think I've had like the affiliate links for a while, and I don't think I've ever gotten any money from it. Let me see. Hang on. I've got, where's I've got the Toychanic tools. It is public, isn't it? All right, give me a second, and I will add these links in the chat. And because you got, I mean, all right. So here we are. This let's see, what do we got? This is the light. I think it was actually cheaper the other day. So the light right now is, let me go to OBS here. Is like $21.99. Oh, can I not type in here? Can I not type in my chat? Hang on. Let me pop up my other chat. Give me just a second. Docs, chat. Okay, let's see if this will pop up for you guys. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's a big fat logo. Hi. Bye. Okay, I actually have to paste over here. OBS is weird sometimes. Okay, there you go. So that's to the light. And then this will be to a 3-pack, which you can choose, different quantities if you want. 3-pack worked for me, and this is for the UV resin, and it's $11.99 for 3. So it's a little over 30 now. It was, if you just wait, sometimes it'll drop in price and whatnot. So put it on your wish list or whatever. But yeah, it's freaking amazing stuff, man. I mean, I cannot tell you how amazing this stuff is. Also, just a little shout out. If you are on Twitch, please give the Crew Maru channel a follow, if you don't mind. Follows are free, subs are not. But I get paid on views. I really get paid on the subs and the bits and all that stuff. It's fun. But there, just in case. There we go. LL, new idea. Giant ass company logos on the stream. I know it's dangerous, but I do love Fig Newtons. It's just huge. Bah! There's a freaking crazy loud sound. You're like, oh. Anyway, back to the repair. That's funny. It's funny, Spike. I actually do love Fig Newtons. I'm old as hell. I've loved them since I was a kid, though. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I'm trying to be careful with this one as well, because this is the one I repaired and I haven't got to adjust it yet. So I don't want that thing breaking out of there as well. We're gonna be really careful with it. Okay. So far it's doing pretty good. It's kind of janky though right now, just because it's like I said, we're putting literally a round. We're trying to make these square pieces more round. What I need is, what I do need is to make like essentially a socket on the inside, right? Where's it better to gift, here or Twitch? I prefer Twitch, just because if you're doing the bits and stuff like that, those go right to me, which is really cool. If you have Amazon Prime, this is really cool. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sub to a channel for a month for no extra cost, and then you just have to re-up it every month. So it's like you want to try out different streamers, you want to see what's going on every month, you can use your Amazon Prime stuff, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's really, really cool. So if you do have one of those, awesome. But I prefer Twitch, just because YouTube takes everything from you. Twitch takes a lot as well, but I heard like if you gift bits and stuff like that, like you get all of that, which is pretty cool. This is a niche thing. I get it. I also do video games, if you guys like that. I know this is more value. I know this grants more value, but we do try to have fun with games and whatnot too. So, so you're saying if I start streaming, working on figures on Twitch, I can get paid? Yeah. Yeah, it's a process, Don't expect to, quit your job. I don't have a job, and it doesn't pay the bills, I can tell you that. But, you got to start somewhere, right? And you're probably going to wish that, you started yesterday. Gurwal, I guarantee you they miss you too. I know yours is generally for health reasons as well. So props to you for thinking of your body and being smart. So seriously, it's commendable. I've been thinking of making painting and sculpting videos on YouTube. You can do that too, Yeah, do not send us. Look at that, super chats from an Apple device because they keep most of the funds. Also, if you sub to channels, I don't know if it's for bits too on Twitch. If you do it from a phone, it costs more. Isn't that crazy? So if you do it on a desktop, it costs less. Got to go work on my car, but Bill, it's good to see you streaming. Peace out, everybody. God bless, dude. Comics, let's go, man. Thank you for showing up. Hopefully you get everything done with your car, man. Dude, I mean, it's worth a shot. You know what I mean? Like, it's while you're looking for jobs, if you got the time to put that stuff in, and people are, it's a slow process though. You know what I mean? I have a decent amount of subscribers on YouTube, but you know, some of them are on Twitch or whatever, and so I think I thought I turned off super chats a long time ago on my YouTube because I was getting a little upset that they took so much, and I was like, I just rather you guys not send it. I had a Patreon for a while. I shut that down because I didn't feel like I was giving people enough from it, because I really wasn't. It was just people supporting, really, which is cool, but it just felt, I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't giving people enough of it, so I shut it down. Anyway, so sometimes we do what we gotta do. All right, I want to change. Do I want to change or do I want to keep this? I think I'm going to keep this. I'm going to go back in here. I'm trying to make sure that I round this out enough. The cool thing too is this. Let's say you put too much of the resin, right? Or it didn't shape properly. You can just sand it and Dremel it out. I think I'm probably going to have to change to a different bit, but we'll see. See, this is what we want. We want this. This is fluid. This feels great. That's what I want. So what I'm going to do is we're going to add a little more to this. Potentially what you could do is add it to the dotting tool and try to go around the edges here. I personally have found, and I've only been using this a couple days, but what's worked for me on a lot of stuff is just putting it on the actual peg piece here, just a little bit. That's not a little bit, that's a lot. But the beauty of that too is, unlike super glue, it's not as messy. Let's see if I get some of my paper towel here. Just kind of get some of that out of here, toss it, and so that gives us a little bit. We're gonna go back in. We're gonna round this all the way. Go all the way around. All the way around. Okay. It's so crazy too, because look how loose that is right now, right? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring this guy over here. Hang on. Put my tool over here. I'm gonna bring this over here. Now we're gonna take our UV light again. We're just gonna go around the angles here. Make sure that it's hitting every spot we want. And then we're done with that. We'll go here. Get this all nice and cured up. And dude, this stuff doesn't like stink like super glue. Hopefully it's not I don't think it's as toxic. I mean, that's one of the things in the box. It was like, yeah, there's no stink and you can do it inside and stuff like that. I'm like, this is amazing. This is crazy. No, oh, Kyrus, you just asked. That's nuts, dude. I didn't even see your message. No, it doesn't. Like, it has like a slight scent to it, but. And then here we are. So this is after it's been cured. It's going to need one more round. Like, I do slow and steady just to make sure, right? Just to make sure. Okay, we've got an ad break happening on Twitch right now. Give me just a second. If you got to, stand up, take a break, grab yourself something to drink. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we'll be right back.
One's cooked. Thou shalt get sidetracked by bullshit every goddamn time.
All right. Pee time. All right. All right, let's get back to it. Well, another cool thing about this UV resin, it's got a little bit of grip to it. I love that. Like I went through here recently.
I think it's time to...
I thought we were pretty locked in. Just show an example. I pretty much tightened every joint on this Revo All Might. Like these knees wouldn't stay on. They were floppy. Tightened the toes, tightened the ankles, tightened the wrists, the everything. Everything you see on here. Elbows, this, swivel, everything tightened. It's crazy. Damn it, Spike, I am locked in, right? No, I'm not. I never am. You know, I see a lot of streamers also put up the chat.
Don't let your repeated and crushing defeats get you down, old chum.
There we go. Damn it. All right, see people put the chat like up on the the right here where you can see everybody talking. I wonder if I should do that. He is on a roll. He's always on a roll. That's how Spike rolls, on a roll. I don't know. All right. What'd you do on the beat? Damn it, Spike. Yeah, I keep everything up. What did you do? What'd you do on the... You shouldn't be playing around on the Be Right Back streams, man. You know better than that. You know better than that, Spike. Come on. All right, where's my... Let's see, here we go. Just burning points, right? I need to give you some new stuff to burn points on. I know. I know.
You sure about that?
Ah.
You sure about that?
God dang it! You're on point today. they're hitting right. Okay. Oh, come on now. Oh my gosh. All right, yeah, we're gonna use the burr bit here, the smaller one, or I guess this is like my medium one. Just turn this down real low. What I'm gonna try to do now is I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna try to essentially make a socket, like a kind of a larger spot on the inside. On the very, very inside. Not all the way, like kind of at the end. That's what I mean, sorry. So that's not confusing to anybody. Alright. Turn it up just a little bit. Make sure it's doing what I want it to do. Just a little bit. And what we should be able to do with that is add a little dab on this on the end here, and maybe we could pop this in and it'll do the trick, right? Let's see. Let's try this. I'm going to try this out. I'm excited to see if this will work. All right, so what I'm going to do here, let's get everything else. Let's get these out of the way. Is we're going to just add this on the end. There's actually still some kind of on the edge of it here, so we're going to kind of add some of that. But we want the end to be a little bit bigger. And we're making up basically just a peg at the end here. And I bet you we can do this. We just want to make sure that it's nice. We want it to make sure it's rounded too. This used to take ages with super glue. It's looking pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and hit it now. So it's going to basically give us a little something that it can catch on, right? So when we pop it in there, because right now the tension is really good, but it's not catching on the inside, you know, it's not holding on. Right. Another thing that just blows my mind is how fast this stuff cures. You know, you look at it too, and it still looks like it hasn't cured yet. Like, but there it is. I mean, it looks really glossy. I've seen some people, they'll take a thin layer of this and they'll put it on eyes for their figures, and it'll give their eyes like a glossy look, which is really cool. Okay. Wow. It just looks good. It looks cool. The shape is right. Trying to get this shape from before with super glue would just, I had to sit here and just kind of, and even by the end of the night, you know, you let it set because it's just going to sit there and sit, and it would, you know, kind of like a reverse teardrop essentially. So it was round here and then it would go thinner. I'm like, that's not what I wanted. You know, that's the opposite of what I wanted. All right, let's see if we can pop this guy on here. Let's see if it'll go in. That's the question. I mean, I'm almost happy with the way that is right now, but what I want to do, so that's good. I like the catch is good on the end there. What I need is to actually make the whole thing a little bit bigger, I think, and because we've got just a little bit of looseness going on. I've used it on lenses for figs before. There you go. That's a good idea, Gerwal. That's a really good idea. Yeah, lenses, man. Anything that's like, anything you want to make like glossy, and this stuff, it it cures so crystal clear. It's crazy. All right, so I added it this time to the center here. I'm trying to figure out if I want to put it back in here because we've got such a good, kind of got a good thing going with this. Trying to figure out what I want to do. Maybe make the end just a little bit larger here, like we just did. Okay. I feel like I added a little too much. Got a little crazy there. It comes out pretty quick. So I'm going to try to kind of grab some of it from the center here. There we go. And now I'm going to hit it with that UV light again. And it's really just a lot of trial and error that comes down to this. And it looks like what I'm going to have to do here is I'm probably going to have to Dremel down the center. I think I added a little too much. What I wanted to do, what I probably should have done just now, was put it inside of the arm. But we'll see. We'll see how that works. God, I cannot believe how fast this stuff cures. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah, now see, now it's too tight. Now it's a little too tight because we made the center a little too large, but that's okay. Coolest thing we can do here is we can actually take a sanding bit. Let's see, I'm gonna try to find one that I'm happy with. I'll just use a regular sanding bit, one of these disposable ones essentially. But I think I've got my tools picked out now to where we know what we want to do. We can work on the rest of this guy. All right, so what I'm going to do now, actually it's always a good idea too to close this thing just in case you knock it over because it can spill out. I'm going to use my sander here to go and really just kind of stay in the center. There's like just a lumpy spot right here, kind of a bigger spot, so I want to get rid of some of that. But also I want to keep it kind of uniform here. We don't want like a rounded spot and then a larger spot and a smaller spot, because then it'll be tight in one degree and then loose in another, which we don't want. We're just going to kind of try to make this center spot a little smaller than the very edge, so we can have ourselves, like I said, a little catch on the end. Keep it rounded, keep that grinding. It should be good to go. All right, let's see here. Let's see if this was enough for it. We'll see. It's kind of crazy too to be thinking like that I'm just popping this in and popping it back out. Like usually, you got to heat something up, which you can heat these arms up, and that might be the end goal here. But let's see. It's weird. It's almost like it's got like a ratchet like right here. We're going. This is like a great tension right here, honestly. But for me, it's like, it seems like it's just a little off right here. So now we're going to do this one more time, and I think this will do it for this piece. What I mentioned that what I said I wanted to do a minute ago, this is what I meant. And I don't even think I have to add like any extra, like a big dab or anything here. I'm going to go around just the center spot here. I'm going to try to stay away from the ends. Okay. I'm going to take this now. I'm going to put it back in the arm. Right. I'm going to give it a nice all the way around. We're going to twist this all the way around. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to pop that out. Hold on to it. Hit it with our light. If I can turn it on. There she is. Oh, another cool thing about this light, it tells you like what the percentage is at. What's up, Figure Father? How you doing, man? We are streaming simultaneous today to Twitch and to YouTube for the first time, and it worked. It worked well. We've had a heck of a turnout today, especially on the YouTube side. Got the usuals on Twitch, which is always wonderful, and then some familiar faces, some new faces popping in on YouTube, which has been awesome. Still can't believe my boy Rectangular showed up, man. I haven't. We used to speak. Yeah, that was one of my dudes, man. We used to speak daily. We used to have a crew that was crazy back in the day. Back when we were all young bucks. Okay, so we're gonna cure this. All right, that should be cured. And now let's see. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen if it's like if it's gonna pop in. We want it to pop in and then turn as well. Oh, that felt good. Oh, that's perfect. There it is. Dun da 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 da. All right. So now we have successfully modded 1 of 8 pieces. So that's 1. 1 down, 7 to go. 7 to go. But we know what we're doing now, so that's really good. We know how we want to do this. This one right here, I kind of want to get this one over with right now. This one is the only one that kind of makes me a little nervous, and that's because it's the one I actually attached this piece to. This is the original broken piece right here, right? This is the one that broke on us originally. So what we're going to do is we're going to clamp this eye hook screw that we've attached this with. And it's already been laced with adhesive and whatnot, so we've already got that attached there. We're going to take this, put it in our bag, give it a little crimp. Okay, that should be enough. Sometimes they don't fly off, which is great. So I don't want it. I've had things clip and fly through the bag. I'm like, oh my god. So let's go ahead and I'm going to tear that off. Now, unfortunately, we got to sand this one down a little bit. So I got to be really, really careful here. I'm going to grab a brand new sanding bit because I don't want a dull sanding bit for this bit. Which we want the China special for these. So you can see I've got just a couple to choose from. Now we're going to go with one of these boys here. I probably need to get some that are a heavier grit. I thought these were different, but that's all right. These will do. And these right here, these stone ones are a little bit better for this kind of thing than the, to me, than the disposable pieces. Those little pieces you kind of put on yourself or whatever. Now, yeah, obviously over time these will dull out, but you know, it's still they still work well, and you can get them for very, very cheap online. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to sand this down. So we're going to have to turn up our Dremel a bit. And remember, you don't want to just leave it on. Hopefully you guys can hear me over this drill. I don't know how this gets pretty loud, so I'll try to talk as loud as I can. So trigger warning, like I said, if here comes loud Dremel noises. If you get triggered by this, you know, don't like the dentist, you get spooked. Here we go. Okay, so what we're wanting to do, I'm going to try to zoom in for you guys a little bit. It's probably about as good as I can do right now. We're going to carefully just kind of saw at this piece, right? Because you don't want to, like I said, you don't want to lay your sanding bit on this, because this metal, this steel, this is it's a conductor of heat. So the more friction you apply to the end of this thing, the hotter it's going to get, and that heat is going to travel down that screw, and it's going to hit the adhesive, it's going to hit the plastic, and we all know what happens when plastic gets hot. It likes to melt, which means all this hard work that we put in before, all this precision work as well, not to mention the time we let it cure and all this, could be all ruined because we got a little overzealous with our sanding bit. So you see, I'm just kind of turning it to different angles, not laying on, and I'm kind of going in at like a sawing motion, like a sweeping motion. And that just kind of, it helps take away more of the screw than just sitting there and laying on it. Just got to be real careful with it. Not to mention, you're sending vibrations through it. Good vibrations. And you don't want that to rattle anything loose along with that heat. If it's heating up, it's getting hotter, starts messing with that adhesive, could break the hold. We don't want to break the hold. So, and keep in mind, this is a piece that I made as well, so it's not going to be the exact same as the other piece. So I want to make sure whenever I went in, I need to maybe kind of sand this down. I haven't got a chance to do that yet. I'm going to kind of angle it here, trying to make sure that this little screw isn't sticking out. I want to get it caught on anything. Plus, it wasn't exactly in the center, so because we couldn't do it exactly in the center, we had to drill a hole that was off center to make the peg sit in the center. And if you don't know what I mean, I can explain that as well. So I'm just kind of carefully trying to grind around the edges here. And we want to kind of make this, like I said, a little catch right here. Luckily, we can make that catch with the UV resin as well. But if we don't have to, that would be awesome. It's just less work on our end. And this is looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. Just want to make sure it's got something to catch on to here, right? Alright, I'm liking this. Slow and steady wins the race here. Carefully kind of shape it to where the end, I feel like I've got a little, it feels like it's a little off for me. It feels like this side right here is kind of got like a higher catch to it, so I'm going to try to sand down just a little bit more. That way if we do have to add the UV, which we might, it'll give us a nice hold. All right. Need a Dremel warning to redeem. You're right. Dremel zone time. Dremel hip. It's just a Dremel. You know what? I could animate a Dremel. That'd be fun. Or oh dude. You know what'd be awesome is if I animated my my little mask. My little cartoon mask guys that I've been doing. I could have him doing the Doctor Strangelove. Like riding a Dremel. That'd be sick as hell. Spike, don't let me forget that. If I forget it, it's on you, Spike. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun one. Because now I'm like trying to work for essentially 2 channels, which is fun. It's crazy. Also, if you guys are interested in the gaming stuff, I will be That's funny, honeydew. Ride that Dremel. I love that. Um, I also need some like mod help, man. Some guy in the tux. If you know some people, my mods are great. Don't get me wrong. That's not. I just need like some more that know, some of the Twitch, like the Twitch stuff and whatnot, and like like how to maybe better do those commands and whatnot. Because my guys are great, man. They're really really good at what they're doing. It just there's a couple of things that I'd like to find somebody that, I don't want to ask them to learn new things. I'd like to find somebody that already has the know-how. That way they could kind of easily walk me through some things. Because my guys are doing phenomenal. Yeah, I'm really fucking dumb. But Kat, Joe, Jade, I think have good mastery over their channel. Redeems and commands. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I'm wanting to do. Like I said, it's crazy. Also, for anybody watching on YouTube, if you are interested at all in the gaming side of my life, want to watch me scream at video games and be the okayest gamer, please check out the twitch.tv/crewmaru, or you can look up Crewmaru on YouTube. I guess I could actually just check this out. I can do this, right? So we can do twitch.tv/crewmaru, where so on the Twitch channel, that's where you're gonna find everything. Like I don't separate stuff there, so you're getting gaming and you're getting this stuff all in one spot, just because it's easier to keep all that stuff here. But for for everything on YouTube and whatnot, I'm trying to keep those separate, since I already have this Toychanics, crew, and you guys have been here. I mean, we've got over, I don't know. I know we have over 5,000 subs on YouTube on this channel, but if you'd like to also go support a baby channel, then I believe it's, hang on, I'm gonna make sure I've got this right, because I think it's, let's see what we got. Is it youtube.com? Is it at? You have to put the at in right now, don't you? Let me see if this works. Let me double check. Oh, copy that in here. Oh yeah, okay, so it's youtube.com/at Crewmaru. Why are they making it so weird? It used to be way simpler. So /at Crewmaru. So there's our gaming channel right there. Thank you, Gurwal. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah. All of that stuff, like the suggestions. If you ever have suggestions, we've got a Discord. The Discord is in the it's actually in the link or the bio on Twitch. If you want, you could actually put, let's see, where's that at? Hang on a second, let me see. It's so funny. Me trying to look with these things on. I'm like, ugh. Oh, look at that. We're live. I'm looking at myself live right now. That's weird. Here, we'll go ahead and, if you want to be a part of the very small gaming Crewmaru, we do have a Discord. I don't even know where the hell it's at. Oh, here it is. Hang on. Let me see if I can copy the link to it. Usually Chrisman's the one that does that, but here we go. I think I got you. This is what I'm talking about. Stuff like this that I'm like, I struggle too, because I got to stop the stream. I got to hop in. God dang it, I did it again. I keep posting. If you hit the Apple V or the
I'm reaping all the
Command V,
benefits.
like it likes to, it'll paste the last thing you did here, which is weird. Yeah, I want to remove that. Thank you. What? Repair. Get rid of that one. I don't need the big one. Keep the small one. Keep the tiny one. Hey, Kat, what's going on? Those links are over in the YouTube chat. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Spike. Yeah, her cat kitty sense was tingling. Okay, so we just shaved this down. Let's see if this will fit into this arm here. Actually, no, I'm not gonna be. That's a little reckless. Let's change out. God, I miss having multiple styluses, dude. I need to get myself. I guess I need to get another Dremel. I do love this wand though. I never thought I'd be a wand user, but here we are. Must be all from all the magic from all the people I've met. Ooh. Is Nacho in here?
That is so fucking
Who dropped that one? I can't even see. I can't see who drops them on the. You might want to reread that. What did I mess? Did I mess something up? I can't like see like all my chats right now. I need to get another screen actually. Oh wow, look at all that down there. Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Does that say a server? Is that an? It looks like it's a server returned an error. You were lumped in with Jade and Joe. I don't know if this counts as a hydrate, but it drinks. The links aren't showing up in the YouTube chat. Oh, great. Well, son of a gun. I guess my multi-chat, I don't know how to like type into the multi-chat over here. Let's see. Well, damn, I posted those earlier. Nobody said anything. That's funny. So yeah, so I've got this other little regular chat up here that shows me stuff, and then so keep in mind this is my first day using the stream element still. You would think there's not an option for me to like send a chat here. Stream chat. Let's see what we got here. I wonder if I can. Let me see. Chat settings. What we got? This is why I need mods doing this stuff, because this derails me every time, dude. I don't know. And then I get hyper fixated on making things perfect, and I'm not good at it. Well, if you're on Twitch, you'll see those. If you go to the Twitch channel, you'll see that that Discord link. Oh, sorry, Spike. I'm terrible. Wow. Look, dude, I'm so sorry. Look at all of... I really need to calm it down on the bits thing. That was amazing. Dude, it's I feel like it's got all of the things that are happening on the bits. I did that thing for... I wanted the jackpot deal to be just for regular bits. You got the R2-D2 when you score a goal. I love that. I don't know how much help mods would be between the two. Man. Who knows? Thank you for the biddies, Miss Kitty. Thank you for the bittays. From now on, they're bittays. Cat, you don't have to be dropping bits every time you come in here. I appreciate it, but... You have no power? Well, Spike, we'll figure it out, man. I don't know. Like I said, these are things I'd like to discuss. What I need to do is have a, like, kind of a meeting, like, chat with you guys and just kind of figure out what's going on and what we need to do and what we could work on. We just need to make sure I'm not reject. I would never go. I need to. Hang on. Cat, I would never reject your bits. Never. Damn it. No. Was that the best? Was that Oh my God. I hope that worked. With the glasses, with the glasses. I would never reject your bits. I'm gonna get back to this repair that I'm supposed to be doing. You guys I feel like me and Crow are similar sometimes. They're like, I don't know what I want to do. You start talking about things, you're like, oh, that's really cool. I really like talking to people. And like, you should do it just chatting. So, oh, I don't know. But they're really popular, apparently. I need to do it just chatting. God knows I can do it. I can 28 conversations at once, but I'm only paying attention to one of them. All right. Okay, where's my flathead screwdriver? I was telling people about this last night. I think this one's too large. I'll take a flathead screwdriver whenever I've used my Dremel in here. And if you got little anomalies, you can probably see them in there. See all that junk? Well, what we want to do is I'll take like a flathead screwdriver, or you can take a regular screwdriver. Usually you want one that's about the same size as like the hole you've drilled, but let's see if I got any bigger ones. I think I do under here. Hang on. Let's see. I think I've got some larger. Here we go. We'll take this. Yo, Figure Father, are you still here? I think there's a way I can tell who's in the chat, but I don't know. So what I need to do is set up a second monitor in here somewhere. I have no room for that anywhere. If I was to take this down, maybe, which I probably should. It's just got a bunch of paints on it, which I don't ever use them. I should just set them somewhere else. This whole room needs an entire overhaul. Hey, dude. So sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you. I did see something that you had mentioned earlier about a new video or something going up. So if for those of you guys that don't know, Figure Father is my really close friend, Clayton, and he goes by Figure Father because he loves figures, and he's a father. He's got him some babies, and he's a hardworking husband. He's a hardworking father, but he's also big into figures and stuff like this, like a lot of us are, and he actually. He does like pretty cool little repairs, like a lot of different stuff than I do. He does a lot of like vintage stuff. Like there's what is it, Brave Star, Karate Kid, Motu, stuff like that. So if you want, put a link to your channel in here, and if it gets blocked, we'll approve it. Because I know you've got some. I know you said you were working on something new and whatnot. Sorry, I get a little sidetracked sometimes because, that's me. But I wanted to make sure that that you felt heard at least. So I apologize for that. I saw you say something earlier, and I'm like, all right, make sure you touch on that. Make sure you touch on that. And then of course, here I was. You're not saying anything, and I was like, that makes me think of you. But yeah, feel free to put a link to your YouTube channel in here. All right, so we've now dremeled this out. Or hell, I guess I could probably put a link to it, couldn't I? Hang on, let's see. I got you on here. Where you at? Oh my God, my Twitch is running right now. What am I doing? Let's see. Open link. YouTube's. Fig. Not Fifi. Fifi popped up. Where you at? What the hell? Why are you so hard to find on here? Oh, maybe because I put a space in the name. There he is. Just want to watch. Where's my channels at? Figure Father. All right, let's. So it would be youtube.com/@ Fogelfolder. Which this isn't gonna go. I guess this isn't gonna go into the YouTube chat. But there's a chat for him. There's a link right there for you guys that are here on Twitch at least. Have a guy who's starting out doing Kenner figure restoration videos, and I was like, bro, use gloves when you're using super glue. My man, you know. Hey, dude, can you put a link to your channel in here? Because Spike was saying that my my links aren't showing up in YouTube. Yeah, there you go. At Figure Father. So yeah, just find him at Figure Father. Like I said, he does some really cool stuff. There's all sorts of like stuff you're not gonna. Chances are you're not gonna find me doing it, because we just kind of work with different stuff. Like we kind of collaborate on a couple. You know, we'll always chat back and forth like some ideas and whatnot. But for the most part, yeah, he does a lot of. I don't really collect vintage stuff, so not a lot of it anyway. And he is a big fan of that stuff as well. And the reason why, if you're on Twitch, you're going to hear this. If the reason why Fifi popped up is because I looked at it earlier in the week, or last week. Here we go. Ooh. It's so good. Here you go. It's gonna sound really funny on YouTube right now, or on the VOD. It's gonna be me like, oh, this one say, please talk, Doris, not just you and me. That's so good. You can watch yourself while you are eating. Yeah, you only get the music on the live shows, dude. Yeah, dude, get that Fifi going, right? That's why I went to type in Figure Father. I was like, Fifi? I'm like, no, he's no Fifi. He no Fifi. He no Fifi. All right, so this is a piece. Remember, this is the piece we added. I hope it's not too long. It looks long. Oh, bitch, it's long. It's too long. Okay. Okay, I wonder. All right, I'm going to try to Dremel in further and make this. Hopefully this doesn't go in too far. I don't want to hit the other peg. I'm just going to try to drill in a little further here. I don't think I hit anything else. I don't know how deep this other one goes. You're in the bathroom. In the bathroom. No, just self-defense. Makes no sense. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, so now we've got the depth. Now, and look at this. This is perfect. But you can see here that it's popping out. Oh my God, you can't see it. Jesus. That's what I need. I need the redeem that's like, you're off camera. I'm so bad about a turtle up. I'm like, ugh, a crab up. I'm a little crab man. A Smeagol up. Oh, I used to have a little Smeagol over here. I need to bring him up. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to add... I swear that thing just drooped down. This thing's giving me hell. All right, that was fun. What's next? What we got next? Come on. Actually, what was the hang on, let me check my channels real quick here. I'm always nervous that I'm like gonna be playing music that's from a AI, some AI bullshit. I hate it. Hate AI, I hate it. Here we go. I'm sure this is AI. Hopefully not. You know, if you know, you know. How would you not know this? How would you not know what this is? Damn, what is that, Jam? What is that? I've never heard that before. Are you freaking serious? Yeah, what is that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage what? Get out. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and add a little UV. I'm wondering if I add a little bit to this. So this right here is where, actually, hang on. I forgot. Whenever I did this originally, I marked it with a Sharpie, so we knew where to cut. Actually, we did that. Where to cut the peg at. So I guess I just cut it a little too long. But when I did that, when we put it back on, it all this Sharpie. You can see it. You can see. Look at this. You can see right here. There's like just like kind of darker, kind of a black purplish color going on. And I don't, let's see. Oh. It's not really visible, but you know, it's one of those things where you kind of get, I don't know. It's probably covered in super glue. I don't want to cut off the adhesive. You can't really see it, so it may not even be worth like messing with. I just, you know, if I can avoid any kind of weird seam colors or... I think it's probably best to leave this alone, but you can only really see it from the front spot. So I'm just trying to use a razor blade just to kind of scrape just a little bit out. I just don't want to break the hold on this thing. But that's what had me. That's what got me thinking here. I was like, I wonder if I was to take this UV resin, right, and because we have to add a little bit anyway to this spot right here. I don't want to get too crazy. I don't want it to hit the too many of the seams. That's a little bit more than I wanted, I think, but we'll see. Maybe it's just enough. But I was wondering, like, what if we just put it around here where that, you know, that seam's at? And then we'll add it over here. We'll just kind of drag it this way. I don't want to get it caught up in the joint itself, but I don't think it would adhere the joint, but it might. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use this stuff too. So one thing we do want to do though, is we're going to take our dotting tool and we're going to go around. Just use this dotting tool to slowly but evenly just kind of drag this UV resin all the way around the joint so it's covered evenly, right? And then I'm also just kind of pushing it in to where there might be a little seam right there I was just discussing, like where, because keep in mind I attached this on. I also think it'd be cool if we just put it over the tip over here, the edge where the screw's at, because I bet it's not sharp or anything, but I bet you anything, if that screw still had like a little bit of, you know, protrusion or sharp or sticking out or potential to rust or anything like that, I bet you could cover that in UV resin, cure it, and you could seal it. You know, that seems the most basic response, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm not going to cure it though yet, so I'm going to put this back in here, right? It's not cured. We're going to twist that around a little bit. We're going to straighten the arm so we can actually twist it all the way around, so we're not just doing a 90 degree or 180 degree sweep. 45 to 90, pardon. And we want to go all the way around, full 360. Bop, bop, bop. We'll pull that out of here. Look at that. There's even still, look at that. The UV resin had pulled a little bit of that extra excess out for us. Okay, now we're going to take our flashlight, our UV light, and we're going to hit it with a little more So we're going to cure this. Just going to hit it from every angle. Okay. That's done. And now we're going to take the arm. We're going to spin it like a little rotisserie chicken. I know that you can probably see that on there. There's like a little piece of the that excess plastic that's kind of stuck there on the end. I'm not worried about it. Who would be in a rotisserie chicken? You know what's going on, cat. Oops, all rotisseries. Couldn't help it. All right, now these are cured. So let's go ahead. Oh, look at that. I wonder if there was a crack in this thing. Interesting. Like not the one I repaired. So mine went into this side. It almost looks like there's a crack right there. Let's see here. Did we? Got a nice even bit on there. Is it cracked? Oh God, it is. Dude. Huh. Oh man, that's not good. Okay, well let's see if we can avoid that. So this whole thing, what happened was I think this the screw that had been put in here before must have, when it went through, it cracked and broke this piece, or that got whatever. But this right here, I didn't notice this. This is cracked and it's got the wash from the factory in it. So we want to be, let's see if we can't take some of this excess that's still here on the bottle. And let's rub that in that seam right there, right? These turtle boys don't cut them no slack. Okay, let's. Ooh, careful, not too much. I want to cover up where that screw's at. Very gentle here. Okay, take our dotting tool, and we're gonna just kind of. Now this is gonna make this joint a little shiny in this spot, but I'd rather it be shiny than broken. And I'm sure you could hit it with matte or whatever and take care of that shine. But I'm gonna put that right there on that seam so we can actually have a little security. You know, I don't want that to break. And so we also need to make sure that once we do that, because now we just add a little bit of just a little extra mass to it, right? So we want to make sure that this still goes over it fluidly, which it does. Perfect. Okay. It's always freaking me out. I'm so new to using this stuff, but it's weird because you want to test it because it looks wet. It looks uncured. It's crazy. All right. Now let's see if we can pop this guy in. And we want to be really careful because keep in mind, this is the one that I have attached with an eye hook. So this is where things can go really wrong. If the joint was, let's say the fit is too snug and you try to twist it and this thing twists with it, well, the hold is broken. There's no fit. At that point, you got to go back in and rework it. So hopefully we don't have to rework it. Let's pop it in here. That's a really solid pop. So it's in there. It's in there good, but it's just it's more loose than I want it to be. So we're gonna carefully pull that straight out. I'm not gonna lie, I did a really good job on this one. Not trying to brag, but it's like when you know, you can just feel how strong this hold is. And that takes I mean, I've been doing this for years, over a decade, almost 2 decades now. So you get a feel for these things. And I always hate saying that to people because it's like, you want to teach people and stuff, but sometimes there's some things that you can't teach. You've got to, it just comes with time. You know what I mean? But, anyway, I'm very proud of this. Okay. So we're going to do what we did a minute ago. Oh my God, what's happening? Cherry Crow Raid. Oh man, I need to get a little figure of a crow. Do I not have any crows? I needed a little break. Gosh. Crow-maroo, baby! I kind of hate it that we stream at the same time. Because I thoroughly enjoy Crow. Did somebody do shout out? How do we do that? How do we do the shout out thing? I need so many mods. I need 12 mods. I asked too much of my mods. Yeah, I was saying Crow. I think we have some similarities as well. How we like to kind of talk and whatnot, but we're like, is that what people want? I heard you talking about the just chatting. I was like, people would love to just listen to you just talk and whatnot. And, you know, I know I started doing more of these Toychanic streams. For those of you who are joining and don't know, my name is Billy or Bill Maru, or people call me Crew Maru now, which Crew Maru is really the whole of everything. It's the group that we all are. I've been going by Bill Maru for longer than I can remember now, but anything you want to call me, I'm here. Yeah, so here we do video games, and also I've been repairing action figures, as you can see, for a very long time, almost 2 decades, like I said, and I've brought that back into my streams. Currently, right now, as you're watching this is my first day to do this, but we are streaming simultaneously to YouTube and to Twitch. Twitch, we have one channel, which is the twitch.tv/crewmaru. I keep everything here because that's where I just want to keep everything. It's very easy. But on YouTube, I have a YouTube channel. It's at Bill Maru. So Bill Maru Toychanics channel, and I've had it for years. I've got over 5,000 subs there, which is, for me, is I don't know. That's unimaginable. It's insane how many that is to me. But so we stream the toy repairs there, and then I'm gonna start streaming the video game stuff to YouTube's Crew Maru. So you got Bill Maru, and then there's a Crew Maru channel. Not too hard. All you gotta do is change out the first 4 letters, and you got me on both. So if you're interested in those, please do that. Also, please go follow Cherry Crow, because she is amazing. They're crazy. They have the most adorable avatar. This little talking crow, and I love it. They have the most soothing voice too. I'm looking as I'm talking to you right now. I'm like looking through. I've got this little nearby. I've got this little. Look at this. This is just. Oh, I was gonna start soon. We're already started. See, Crow? Remember how you had the ending screen on today? One thing you weren't thinking about was the fact that, first off, how chaotic is the damn music that's happening right now? But also, it had all your socials on there, so maybe it was a little planned. It was a little perfect, you know? It's like, hey, well, should have been here earlier. At least you can go follow them on everything, and then they follow you on everything, and all of a sudden, bam, there you are. Sneaky crow. See, I was doing this. I was going through all of this stuff here. I was going to see if I had a crow in here, but I don't think I do. I just got a box of animals that used to be for, like, toy photos and stuff like that. Whenever I repaired, I used to do... Oh, here you go, cat. It's a little Bruce. I do need a crow. I bet you I have a crow somewhere. It's just, these are just like extra bits of things. I don't know. I think those are doves. That's a pigeon. I got an owl. I have another owl. I have a cat. Pigeons, snake. I got a starro. Yeah, my wife is a super Neopets fan. Still is. If you play Fortnite, the Aisha was just now added as a freaking sidekick companion. We've been playing Fortnite again because as a old man, I wanted to buy my wife the Battle Pass. And when I went to do that, so I'd gotten rid of it. It wasn't on my my PlayStation anymore, right? So when I did that, I went on the mobile phones, those cell phones as the kids call them, and I was trying to buy it through the app, and it won't let you like buy it with points because I still had points from ages ago, back when I had a job. That's when I had. So I've had points on there since like just sitting in October, so I hadn't played in forever, right? And so I went to click on it, and it was like, oh no, you can't do that with the points anymore. I'm like, okay. And one said $8.99. I'm like, oh, well, dang, I wanted to use the points because we're trying not to spend money. And then I went over to the battle pass and I like just held it and moved, tried to slide over, like tried to swipe, and it was like, you bought it. I'm like, so I bought the battle pass on accident. So I was like, well, now I got to re-download Fortnite and play Fortnite. And so she's super excited about that. And so I got paid for a repair not too long ago. And so I spent the $9 and I got her the battle pass too. So we've been playing that. And I hate to do this, but I have to pee right now. I'm so sorry. If you're not here when I get back, that sucks, but I understand. I'll be right back. I am so surprised I don't have a crow figure. Again, yeah. I drank a like a full dill of coffee, which was this here. This is example. And then one of these. Just all morning I'll be fine. And then all of a sudden it's like from 1 to 3, it's like, here we go. I'm old, dude. Give me a break. Give me a pee break. I do not have a crow. Oh, you know what? I actually might. Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, not that one. Yeah, that one. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Hang on a second. Maybe we got a crow in here. Hang on. Just had a thought. Sorry, I cannot continue until I look at this. Here, we'll go Tristan mode. I got all these old need these to hear you guys. But you ever try and make the CT bootlegs knee tight? CT bootleg. Which bootleg? I bet you that that UV resin would work, but keep in mind it's gonna come out like shiny. Crow's probably gone, but come here, you. Come here. Whew. It's a Resident Evil crow. I do have a crow. Huh? It's got some, it's eating some, we'll say that's a worm. That's a worm. It's eating a worm. The Daredevil, Spider-Man, CT copies of Mafex figs. So I have I have some KO Spider-Man figures, I think, but, I don't know if they're CT or not, man. I actually don't know how I ended up with so many. I think I have... Look at this. Is crazy, actually. Let me see. Let me see. I might actually have a fodder one we could test it on. I mean, so for these streams, I obviously I have no set path unless there's a client watching, which they're not today. So whenever people ask me for requests or questions, if they're in the chat, the way I see it is, like I said, if there's not a client watching, then I will more than happily stop what I'm doing and see if I can't perform what you're asking for the repair within reason, and see if we can't figure that out. Let me see. Hang on. Here we go. I just happen to have all this stuff nearby. Hang tight. Let's take a look. Okay, so the metal plug. So that's called a pop rivet. Okay. Let's see here. I think I actually had to use, look at this bag of Spider-Man figures. I think all of these. One of these actually might be a legit figure, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I think we used this one not too long ago to fix the Daredevil that we have, but the Daredevil's a official Mafex. Let's see. Did I see Joe in here? Or am I tripping? I thought I saw Joe. Ah, I knew I sensed Joe. Joe! I think I'm gonna try to get, when I get a little caught up, I think I might try to make an Alan Wake. I think that'd be kind of cool. Right? Wouldn't that be fun? I know a guy who can paint really, really good. And I know he'd probably be like, yeah, I'll do that. Pay him, of course. I gotta get the money for it, but I want to be like, yeah, it'd be cool to make like a... And I know a guy who does soft goods as well, so if I could find like the right jacket, I bet he could sew those patches on the elbows. It'd be pretty cool. I'm just like looking at my shelf and I'm like, man, I got like Isaac Clarke, I've got Max Payne, I got Leon Kennedy, you know, I got Arthur Morgan, Dash Rendar, my freaking dude. I got a Danny DeVito. Okay, let's see here. I want to take a look at this thing. I think, like I said, I think we actually used a piece. Oh yeah. Look at this. I used a piece of the ankle to fix this. I used a piece of that ankle joint to actually make this right here, this circular piece inside there. And these are those pop rivets I believe you're talking about. Tried everything, nothing worked, but now I can get the UV and try that. Yeah, you do want to be careful with this stuff, right? Okay, test it on something first. But like I also said, it's gonna come out, probably gonna come out a little shiny, right? And these figures are, most of them I think are fairly matte. But let's see. Oh man, these things drive me crazy. You know, these break all the time because of this engineering right here. Even on regular like official MOFX releases, you see that gap, that big gap with that knee like that. What'll happen is whenever you go to pull it back like that, see, it got caught. They don't notice. People hand it, and it's like snaps it. So pop rivets, yeah, the pop rivets. Well, this is a. Oh wait, I was gonna say this is actually a terrible example. These knees are really. Like the tension is great, actually. I bet, dude, I don't have a. I just don't have anything that I can test that on. Listen to this. Can you hear that? That's his elbow. That's both joints on the elbow. I know this isn't an official release because I can tell from the waist here is just all over the place. But yeah, the pop rivet. So what I used to have to do, man, was, and this, I don't recommend this really. Not saying you couldn't do it, but it's risky and it's a mess. But I used to use the liquid Loctite stuff. I would put a little dab kind of on the seam. I would work it in with like a you need a tiny flathead screwdriver, okay? Yeah. Hi Tris. Stop doing that, but don't stop. How you doing? Oh, hey, I'm gonna go Tris mode. This is Tristan mode. And also, I know you're not in a rush and you don't expect anything or whatever, but I will at some point, whenever I get some things caught up. I'm looking forward to jumping into that Aspirite program. I haven't had a chance to do anything, but I'm really wanting to do it because I want to get into the whole pixel art stuff, and I'll get to working on that little toad boy. I got some fun ideas. Oh, here we go. Hey, here we go. I got you. Hey, Kairos, I got you. Okay, hang on. Let's. We got a request. We got a request in here. Let's test it out. I'm gonna put these over here real quick. I cured these, didn't I? Yeah, I cured those. Okay. I'm gonna set those where they need to be. Okay, so check it out. We've got. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is sad. I don't know if this is a, I don't know if this is a CT though, man. Are they the only ones who made the, because, oh, goodness gracious. God, Jesus, did you hear that? God. I don't know. The CT figures are usually really good. I even feel like the official release of the MOFX Spider-Man, I think he had plastic joints too. Like, yeah, see, this is, jeez, that's pathetic. Pathetic. What I would probably do, though, in a situation like this, which, this is crazy. It doesn't even have, this feels broken already. It doesn't have, like, a cap on the end. No cap. That's what the kids say. But what I would do is, more than likely, I'm trying to think, because you're dealing with a pop rivet. I think our boy's in the chat right now. Actually, El Fool is actually who I'm fixing this Daredevil for, that I've had for 7 years. This thing really doesn't need any tightening. I don't think. Well, this one could use a little tight. Do you? Hey, Fool. Do you mind if I test something? I was gonna see if I could maybe, like, this feels like kind of loose right here, and I was wondering if I could try to tighten this. But if you're good, I won't mess with it. I mean, the worst case happens, I'm here to repair it, but I'm going to be very careful because this is the piece that I actually repaired. This feels good, right? This mine feels great, but this right here is like, look at that. It's kind of loose. You don't want that, do you? Look at that. All right. You lucked, dude. Kyrus, you lucked out, man. Client just kind of hopped into the chat. It's like, bye. Yeah, I can help. So since this is a pop rivet, and this is the one that I actually did not alter at all. There's nothing changed with this piece right here, right? This is all factory. The only thing that we adjusted was over on this side, which means this is a perfect example. And let me see if I, let's see my whole chat here. I gotta see. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So yeah, so I can see that when I move this, it's actually moving the pop rivet with it, which is common because they're so tight. The pop rivets are not meant to be removed and put back in, which actually we were successful in doing that on this one here. So let's try this. We're going to try to add a small dab of this UV resin. We're going to add it right in here. And I want to see if that'll tighten this guy up. Luckily too, this this joint is hidden here. So we're going to add a small bit there. We're going to use our dotting tool, or you could use a flathead screwdriver, tiny one. And we're going to take this and we're going to take the UV resin and we're going to go around the edges here to make it kind of tighter around this pop rivet. Okay. And then before we cure it, we're going to move it as far as it'll go here, as far as it'll go back. There's definitely a loose spot right there though. I could feel that. So this may do something, it may do nothing. I just want to see if this would be a feasible repair. Where's my damn light? Oh, here we go. All right, let's see. See what we got. So we're going to hit it with the light. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. You can see. I wonder if you can. Hang on. Check this out. Turn this off. Hang on. Hang on. Let me set the mood real quick. So watch this. Isn't that wild? Like this. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but like. Zoom in a little bit. This, like, the factory piece is so bright. And then this side that I'm holding is just like a duller red. It's just crazy. Different plastics act different ways. You should see it real quick. Let's see, we take, I want to see if it'll work on this, like, Daredevil figure. See if, you see? Oh, dude, look at his eyes. Isn't that cool? The eyes light up real red. The DD on his chest is like, oh, there we go. Hang on, let me try to find the right. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. That's the right distance. There you go. Look at that. And also, for those of you who don't know, I wonder if I've got. So, a UV light will fucking supercharge a glow in the dark. It's something that, you know, glows in the dark. Literally anything that glows in the dark, you could supercharge it with a UV light, and I mean that shit, you could see it from space. It's crazy. Yeah, dude, it's fun. Hey, so this is really, really cool. What you can do is if you turn out the lights in your room, right, and you sit there with that UV light and you go over those figures, it is wild, man, because there's all sorts of like it reacts to different types of plastics and all these anomalies and crazy things. You will find so many like wild things that are like just hidden in the plastic. And I wonder, I can only imagine like what it's like to like go through like older, like I have, this is my, this might be really weird. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So this is my original Egon Spengler. This is the one I had when I was a boy. This is actually the figure. Not like I repurchased it when I got, to be an adult or anything like that. And you could tell if you look at he's loosey goosey. I wonder, what does his plastic look like under a UV light? Nothing really crazy. Nothing too crazy. I was one. Oh, look at that. Look at that back. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Man, it is super bright on the inside there. But you can see like all the little... Oh, there we go. It's so interesting. You can see like all the weird anomalies. Oh, dude, here we go. Check it out. Let's get Maru in there. Oh, dude. Look how badass that is. Oh, my God. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, these... the Drench figures from Plunderlings, I believe their eyes are supposed to glow in the dark. I don't know, maybe Maru's doesn't. I thought they were supposed to, but maybe it was just only a couple of them. But I know some of them, those will let's see if I can find some over here. I should have some. I've got a couple of boxes in the way, but it's just super fun to kind of mess around with this stuff every now and then. As an adult, I don't really play with toys, anymore. You pose them up every now and then or something like that, but I don't know. It's not for me. It's definitely not the same as when I was a kid. That's just they're fun to collect and they're really fun to repair. I'm trying to see if I had any of my. Oh, here we go. So these are the original Drench from the Kickstarter. And I want to see. I just want to test this, and we'll get back to it. So it's like nothing's really glowing right now, right? I mean, it looks brighter on camera, but this has it. So Maru doesn't have the glow in the dark stuff. Look at that, like. And so we'll keep it on there just for a few seconds. I mean, that's picking up on the camera right there. Isn't that crazy? Like, you could see that through. It's insane. Yeah, like the UV light can just like supercharge anything that's going to be glowing in the dark. That's awesome. Super fun. Anyway, we'll get back to it. Glow in the dark stuff. It's fun. I like it a lot. I love these little guys, man. God, Plunderlings are so cool. They're so cool. Alright. I need to at least finish one of those arms on this stream today, too. But I also want to check on that Daredevil arm, see if that worked on the pop rivet. What, me get sidetracked? Never. And yeah, that worked. Oh shoot, I don't know if he's in. I've got an ad going on right now. I don't know if he's in here or not. Let's see. Kairos, can you see this right now, or is there an ad happening on your end? Because I know there's ads on Twitch. I wasn't sure if the ads were popping up on YouTube as well or not. I guess if he doesn't respond, that's a... While we're waiting on that. Shrink, gosh, I really need to set up a secondary monitor. can't see anything on here. It's crazy. Everything's like, I have so many things on here now. Cherry Crow jumped in earlier. Oh, there's an activity feed. There's all sorts of cool stuff that I'm not getting to see. Dang it. What that countdown is. There's a countdown on my activity feed. I wonder what that is. It's at 40 minutes and it's counting down. That's just making me nervous. All right, let me see if this pops in too, since we did all that work on this guy. It's still loose, more loose than what I'd want. Kairos, can you see that now? Are you back? Are you here? If you are, you'll notice, well, you can't feel it. I can feel it. But this definitely got this joint to where it needed to be. So just a little addition to that. I want to see, is it still moving the pop rivet? Or did it lock it in place? That was on this side, wasn't it? Oh, so it actually locked that, it locked the pop rivet in place. So now, yeah, and now this is, the pop rivet isn't moving, and the joint is. So it's just made it a little tighter. Just snug enough, too, where it needed to be. Just a slight change. Thank you, Fool, for letting us use your repair as a test figure. Appreciate that. I'm so close to finishing your Daredevil, man. I feel like since you're in the chat, I should actually do that. I'm getting there on that one. It's nice to take breaks, though. The only thing I literally needed to do, too, was like just to put this little piece on there, and I think we'd be fine. Here we go. Use our little sticky tack. I think that's what we used to sand it down last time, which was freaking crazy that worked. We were able to put a piece of sticky tack down and just held on while we dremeled it. So I'm gonna put a piece of sticky tack here on the end of this screwdriver, right? And then I'm gonna just stick it to the outside here of this. Try to get it to attach as well as I could. Oh, I slid off the edge. Damn it. I think it's stuck to my gloves more. Okay, hang on. Now it's turning into a mess. Let's try it again. All right. Try that one more time. These gloves get a little wild. Okay. That's about as good as I think it's going to get. Try to do everything over the table here so, we don't lose anything. Bring my camera back up. Damn it. I've got these cables strung up with clothespins so they won't get in the way, and I didn't give it enough slack. Hang on. Come on. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. We'll be right back. Come on, dude. You're embarrassing me. Stop doing that. Why are you doing this to me right now? Why now? Why are you doing this to me? There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got our piece here. And what I wanted to do, oh man, I got it the opposite way, don't I? Son of a bitch. Okay, hang on. Take 7, hang on. Okay, there we go. I think it's pretty good. I want to make sure that it's not going to get caught up in the sticky tack. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. No! My piece just come off? No! What? Oh, dang it. Son of a gun. Are you serious right now? Okay, well, I'm glad we tested it. Bro! All that work I did. The little piece just came off of here. It's almost like it wanted me to try something else out. Alright. Well, damn. Well, I'm glad we tested that. Jeez. I'd mess with that for a minute. Better it happen here. Alright, check this out. Let's try this out then. Man, that felt pretty damn solid for the longest time, too. God, I'm really glad I messed with that. It's because super glue just won't do the trick by itself. But now we've got UV resin. Maybe this whole thing was meant to happen. Maybe that's why it's taken me so long to mess with this thing, because UV resin wasn't in the picture. I wish the light would go all the way through this though, you know? Let's see what we can do with this. Damn. That's a lot. Damn, fool. I'm really glad I didn't send this off. Something was, you know, it was meant to be here. I'm also glad that we had everything kind of lined up for us, didn't we? Okay, let's see. I need to wipe it off of right here. Don't want it on that edge. Son of a gun, though. That actually surprised the hell out of me. I put that on before we put the other piece on, too. Okay. See if that'll hold there while let's see what happens. It's a test for me too. I'm interested to see what will happen here. Will this hold it in? Because I'm wondering, like, it can't really get all the way through, right? So can it hold it? If this holds this in, it's going to be a complete game changer for me too. So, we'll figure it out. Oh, I might have gotten in the seams a little bit. Shit. Damn it. Okay, hang on. We just gave ourselves a whole new... I got a whole new purpose. Let's see if we can just kind of cut through here. No way. Ah, no, it didn't hold. Damn it. All right, well, we'll have to rework that. Son of a gun. Oh, that is so much to rework. Man. Damn, dude. I really thought we had a solid one on our hands there. That's hours of work. Gone. All for naught. The joint's snug though. At least there's that. Maybe we just didn't add enough here. I wonder, what did I do last night? I can't remember if I used the gel or not. And I feel like I might have used the gel because I was nervous that the liquid might seep in. But this time, I guess we'll just try the liquid. Hopefully it doesn't have like a weird adverse effect here because there is still some resin on there too. If I pass out, contact Christine. Okay. I really feel like there's a lot right there on the edge. I don't want it to get into the other piece. It feels like it's just dripping right back into it. It's either dripping into that or that's not actually super glue. That's still some more of that damn resin. Alright, let's give this a nice good hold here. Another thing too is like once this is inside of the elbow, it should hold better. And another thing I might do here, so we're going to reattach that piece. We added a good amount of adhesive this time, so that's good. And maybe I just didn't have enough last time. But also what we can do this time is we can add a good layer of this UV resin right here, and I think it should solidify the hold just like it did on that piece a minute ago. So this is all it's a good learning experience for me too, and I love that. I always say this too, and it sounds like I'm full of shit, but I'm always like, I like it when these things happen. I mean, I have a very self-detrimental sense of humor when it comes to this stuff. So take that with a grain of salt. But I do. I like it whenever we have like a little issues like this, because then we get to kind of see what the heck's going on, and if something doesn't work the way we taught it, then well, how do we fix it? You know what I mean? Like, what do we do? How do you turn that around? How do you turn a mistake around and turn it into a lesson? Okay, so what I'm going to do then, I'm going to allow that, I guess, to cure. I wonder, actually, right now might be a good time to do this while we're still allowing that to do its thing. Let's see if I got any of this on here while that's... It just really makes me think, though, that this elbow is never going to stay on like this piece right here. I just feel like one move and this thing's going to like break, but that's me. I don't really trust this holding on. Just because there's not much to hold on to, and I don't trust adhesive by itself anyway. I wish I had a figure that had like the red legs though, like that, because, or excuse me, what was that? That's an elbow. Just a red elbow. We could replace that one. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's try to scrape a little bit of this away. We'll scrape a little of this away. There we go. Bye. Bye. Oh no, come here. You need to be on the sticky tack side. Where you going, little man? Oop. Okay. All right, let's see where we're at here. That was the issue. Is this had to go up. When this went up, this has to be not getting caught up in it. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if that'll... I want to try to balance this on here. This is going to be crazy. I'll try to balance this here. Balance is here. Oh, Jesus, it fell. I might try to just do a little. Here, we'll just do a little dab. Oh, that got all up in it, I bet. Yep. Oh, I'm just making mine worse. Let's try to get that out of there. I want that seeping in. I'm sure we can fix that later, though. Alright. This is the biggest cluster. Hang on. I have tools that can help with this shit. Yeah, what a concept. Asking for help. Using help that you actually have. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got going on. How's everybody's Monday going? I need to know. Like Tom Petty said. Okay. Here we go, right? I'm going to try to attach this here. So very simple. So very small. Tired of working. Well, come on over, cat. Stop working. Just come over. Come hang out. I'll see you in a minute. See you soon. Christine had mentioned that the other day. She's like, all the group, you know, especially after people have known each other for, you know, a while, or whenever they feel comfortable, should have a big, like the big group get together, and everybody rents, like, we'll all put in and rent like one of those Airbnb mansions. Couple of days of fellowship and friends, just relaxing somewhere in a big ass house that none of us can afford, you know. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to attach here. I didn't really think this part through, though. It's like, I might be able to get it to attach, but then how the hell do I get it off the, god damn, this gross sticky tack. It is really, Jesus Christ, what's happened to it? Oh boy. Well, there was that idea, and then it was gone. I'm just going to try to put it on with my hands, I guess. Dude. Why is it all like... It's not fitting right now. God damn it. This stupid sticky tack got all over my fingers. What happened here? No. Get off of that. Oh, that's not gonna work. Bruh, that's not even attached. Not even glue anywhere. What's happening? Damn it. Son of a gun. It needs to be small. I need like a tiny bit of sticky tack on there. It just decided to go everywhere. And now it's all over my... Ah! It's on my gloves. Gross. Get off me. Get off me. Need some new gloves or something. It might be time to wrap up the stream. I don't know. Now I'm all flustered. I don't want to get all flustered. Let's see. Give me. What does it say? If I come over, I will pet all of your animals and be a general nuisance. That's fine. You gotta be careful with Loki, though. He's a temperamental boy. He's broken. Loki's broken. We live in a house with an unpredictable rescue. Who knows? But feel free with Arthur and Sam. Although we took Loki to the vet not too long ago. We actually had to take Arthur again. Oh my God, I cannot get my hands in these. Yeah, we had to take Arthur back because his feet were messed up again. He's got little wounds on his nail beds. But anyway, like I said, we took Loki in there, and she's one of the newer. She's not a vet. She's like either a tech, or she takes your animals, like it takes you to the room or whatever. And she like leaned down, grabbed his head, and kissed on him before I even said anything. And she walked away, and she shut the door. And Christine and I looked at each other, and I was like, "That terrify you?" She's like, "Yep." I'm like, "God." Yeah. So we live in a house with a dog who, at any moment, could potentially, he's not just gonna go crazy or snap, but he's snapped before. I doubt you would be a nuisance. No, something tells me that if you were here, you and Christine would be loud. Christine's already loud. She knows this. But you guys would be extra loud. I come in there and be like, "Stop making all that noise." Also, I made cookies. Yep. That's how that would go. Y'all don't stay up too late. Let's see here. How do we get this stuff off of here? Man, I just need a way to hold this stuff on, but man, that sticky tack was being a nuisance to me. I'm not gonna lie though, these repair streams have been really nice. No. No. Yeah, he bit Christine once, man. He got her. It was crazy after years of owning him too. So now we just kind of we're careful. Mostly my laugh loud. Dude, I'm telling you. So anytime like do we talk to anybody from like the old job or whatever and they talked about Christine, they're like, "Oh, I miss your laugh." Because you could hear it from 3 counties over. She gets really embarrassed by it, but I love it. So does everybody else. So sorry, oops, everybody loves it. Oops, all laughs. Alright, we're gonna try to cut some of this stuff off again, I guess, and try to reattach it one more time. I don't know. I didn't think this thing was gonna work anyway, but here we are. You also get embarrassed? Something tells me if you two got together, I don't think the embarrassment would be there anymore. Beck, I don't care. Well, that is a snug joint right there. Whew.
Let's cook.
We're cooking. What's up, Link? Oh, what's up, Chrisman? Well, look who decided to show up. If it isn't Chrisman, you old snake in the grass. How y'all doing today? had to revisit my damn Daredevil fix. I was working on a little extra piece for somebody, and then all of a sudden, I was messing with it, and this piece came off. So we're going to try to add some more stability to it, because well, that would have sucked. Trying to figure out where this is going to best fit on here, and I just don't know if it's been shaved down enough. Yeah, this is still trying to come out. Damn it. Man. Son of a bitch. That did not work, man. I've done so many of these like this, and I've never had one try to disconnect so hard like this one's doing. It really sucks. I might have to rework this thing, and that really sucks. I wonder. There's got to be a way around it. There's got to be a work. There's got to be a way to make this work. No, sir, I have not checked. I haven't checked Discord at all today. Should I open it up right now? I wasn't sure. I didn't have anything else open or whatnot because I was trying this multi-streaming thing, so I didn't want to risk anything being open or whatnot. But I might have to. I'm probably gonna go live on Dave's channel tonight as well, since I have so much work to do, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying taking my time doing it. But I also have clients that are like, well, I'm sure that's nice that you're taking your time. Well, most of them tell me not to rush. So anyway, I'm also trying to like keep my mind busy right now because I'm so scared. There's that figure that I shipped off, and the tracking hasn't updated, and it's just making me kind of sick right now. Because if that figure gets lost, the cheapest I've seen for a replacement is like $200 right now, and I don't have that. So I will have to find a way to come up with that money if the post office has decided to lose a package that should have been there Saturday. So it's like, okay, but there's no updates. Oh, Chop and Shop is tomorrow, isn't it? Oh, great. Cool. I can actually, well, maybe I'll take tonight off then. You can play some more Fortnite tonight, Spike? Because I had a lot of fun playing with you last night. I was laughing my ass off. I didn't want to get off of there, but I had to leave. I was like, sorry, I gotta go to stupid bed. And I didn't sleep for shit either, so that was cool. Get on earlier than 9, so I got more time with you. God. Oop, dropped a razor blade. Oh, that was your fault. Was it my fault? Oh, yeah, it might have been my fault. Sorry. I also missed like all of your freaking messages too, because I don't check my phone hardly at all. Kind of in general. If I'm on it, then I'm on it. If I'm not, oh, I was on here. Yeah, I did the trying to do repairs, man. That's right. Damn, I forgot, dude. Yeah, I think I'm about to call this one though. This sucks, man. I'm gonna have to just revisit this thing completely. I have to reapproach it. It's just like my I think I've got an idea as to what I need to do. We'll play with it. We'll see what happens. The client's super cool, so thank God, by the way. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to test that elbow piece. But now I'm getting hungry. And then if I mess something up and I'm hungry, I'm gonna get all mad and grumpy. And I don't want to get grumpy. Nobody wants a grump maroo. I've been here long enough too. Jeez, what are we, 3 hours now? The Alfred from last night's good to go. The little sister's coming along. She's just one of those ones I'm like, oh, I gotta take it in like small doses because Jesus, it's a bit much. Keep my little makeshift tool over here. Is anybody streaming right now that we can hop on over? Also, this was super cool. I'm so glad that I saw so many people from YouTube hop on here. It was really cool. I saw some names I haven't talked to in a long time, and that was pretty special. Not gonna lie, that was actually really cool. So I'm gonna have to try that again. I'm trying different times as well, like that I did last night on Sunday night, which was fun. But I didn't realize I was stepping on somebody else's time. But I mean, we can't all, you know. It is what it is, right? We can choose who we want to watch. We can jump over, jump around, stuff like that. But it's like also I've got like work to do. So, you know, for me, it's just doing work. Slaughters is on with Lemon. Let's do that then. That sounds great. Let's do that. All right. Let's see. Last time I think we raided Lemon. This time we'll raid Slaughters. Thanks for being here, Gerwal. Gerwal, do you play like Fortnite or anything like that? I haven't been playing it at all. But now I am. Now I'm playing it with like Spike and Christine and stuff like that. So if you know, if you play that, you should hop on. It'll be fun. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm probably not gonna be on 76. I love playing it with you guys because you guys are there, but I'm just like not into the game at all. Sorry. It's not for me. I love Fallout. I do, but God, it's so clunky and I have way more fun. It takes up too much damn room on my stupid PlayStation. If it didn't take up so much room, it wouldn't be a problem. And I don't like keeping that hard drive plugged in because I've had the power go out a few times and it could fry my drive. Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like the reason is I like playing the games is because you guys are on there. So I don't know what other games like you got, Girlwall, but like the one time I got to actually play on there with you wasn't much because I was being a little drama queen. But I enjoyed playing with you, man. It was cool. I'd like to do that again. It's fun. You're part of the crew. It's awesome. I like jumping on there. I also want to play with all my PC people. If we could just find some damn some crossplay games. There's Arc Raiders. There's all sorts of stuff. There's Fortnite. There's all this stuff. I'd love to play some of that with like I said, the PC people, because we don't get to play with them ever. I don't ever get to play with them. It's not fair. Let me go full cam, I guess, and then we'll kill our music here. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go over to is Lemon and Slaughters playing? Are they playing together? Okay, there she is. Hang on. I want to make sure I actually raid into Slaughters this time. So, because last time I did Lemon. MS Slaughters with a Z. Okay, here we go. Raid MS. Just making sure I'm getting it all right. They're playing together. Okay, cool. Sorry, I saw like Grizzle or something like that. I was like, huh? I was like, I think I'm following them too. MSSLOTTERZ. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. We got 11 people in here? 12 people? Thank you so much. Man, you guys are awesome. I know I hide the numbers. I don't like to know how many people are watching me. because it's just, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'd like to pretend that there's just one person and I'm talking to them individually. Okay, so thank you so much. Keep your eyes out. I might be back on tomorrow as well. I'm gonna keep on going. Fool, I'm gonna message you as well. So, but anyways, thank y'all so much for being on here. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for listening to me just ramble on and struggle through the day in my life. Remember, the impossible just takes a little longer, as we've seen here before. Make sure you take care of yourself, and make sure you take care of each other. Definitely take care of each other out there, okay? Until next time, peace.